vortex. We did it. As you can see, we are leaving the city. Okay. I signed up third again. I think that's my favorite spot. Say goodbye to Nashville. Man, this country is so depressing. It didn't used to be, but it's definitely depressing now. You know, the original 20s were called the roaring 20s. I call these 20s the pouring 20s because all people do is fucking cry. I mean, literally. They're whining online about everything. So many people are on antidepressants now. So if they can cry at all, they're crying online. The soaring 20, or the pouring 20s or the boring 20s. Because I am incredibly bored with everything. Like, I'm sure that's always been like this, where like people just talk about world events, or they talk about current events rather. They talk about things that are happening right now. There are so many men that do gay jokes. Like, it's socially acceptable. Like, it's like they have to prove that they're part of the winning team, you know? Like, no, even though I'm straight, I would still, like, totally suck a dick. Like, even though I'm straight, like, I would. I totally would. You know why I would? Because I need to prove that I'm not a homophobe, okay? And there's no other way to prove that than to be self-deprecating on stage. I mean, to me, it's not like being gay takes away your masculinity. I don't see that shit at all. Like, I know that I've previously stated that, like, a lot of gay men have, like, the brain of a woman. I think this is very true. That's actually why I made that gender divergent joke tonight, because that really would be such a simpler way to sum up the way that people identify themselves, you know? If you just say you're gender divergent, that really covers all of it, you know? Because I really think that a lot of sexuality does have to do with gender. And I think that trans people are actually, like, pretty right about that. But anyway. I know you couldn't wait to see my pretty ass face again. I know. I'm right here, baby. I'm right here. There's my hat, so I can rest the vortex on my hat. Maybe it won't make that dinky noise. Maybe. Oh, but I ate my eggs tonight too. That was cool. The crowd was good though, because they were actually attentive. You know, that really makes it. Like, even if they don't like it, even if they don't get it, at least they're paying attention. You know? It's the most important thing. Nothing else matters. Because if you don't have their attention, you don't have anything. You know? Anyway. Should I play you a song? Playing music, that's why I do it. like, we have rules, we break them, right? We're rule breakers. We break our own rules. I can't even follow my own direction. That's why I'm aimless. That's the name of my first channel. Shout out to my original. My second channel is Amy Gross. That's my name. In case you're not familiar with my comedy sets, they introduce me. And that's why I don't introduce myself over and over again. Just like... I think that they do that because they're in like this self-promotion mode, you know? Like, all these motherfuckers are verified on Instagram, and there's no fucking way that they're that important, you know? I'm pretty sure you can buy that, right? Same with Twitter. I think, like, you can buy, yeah, verification. Is that what it's called? Like, we verify that your existence matters. You know? What kind of shit is that? What does that tell you about the world we live in? It's like, it's all a caste system, but the caste system, it doesn't mean anything. It's just based on, like, you know, popularity. But I guess the reason why it's so aggravating with comics is because, like, comedy isn't supposed to be a fucking popularity contest, but I guess everything is now, huh? I shouldn't judge them for that. I mean, I don't know them, but I can tell with a lot of them that, you know, they aren't doing it because they're, like, insecure and they're trying to be cool with themselves. I see that. But there's, like, this part of me that just, like, wants to run up and tell them that it's okay. You know? Like, they don't have to be insecure. But then it would seem like I'm trying to control them. Or, like, move them in a particular direction. And that's not right. Because for a lot of people, like, that stand-up is, like, something they look forward to. It is a form of validation. It is a form of therapy, you know? I don't know if it's therapy for me, though. I really don't even know if it's therapeutic getting up there. I know that it's therapeutic for other people watching me. And I also know that it's important that people see this different side of schizophrenia, you know? Because they have this concept of it that was brought to them by the media. And not just the media, but, you know, people that are, like, really far gone. People that seem like they're just totally out there and they'll never get back to reality. I mean, I can understand why people are like, you're not there. Like, why do you keep claiming this identity when you're not one of those people? I get that. But it's more of a mindset. I think that those people are quite literally possessed. And so that's why they're a danger to themselves and to other people. But that's very rare because most schizophrenics just want to be left alone. I don't understand how this stereotype even came about, like us being violent. Oh yeah, we hurt psychiatrists. That was it. That was it. A bunch of psychiatrists were getting beaten up by the schizophrenics in the institutions. Do you feel sorry for them? I don't feel sorry for them. At the same time, I'm not inciting violence, okay? I don't like violence. Not a fan of it. At the same time, it does solve enough problems. It does. That's why men get over things. Because they just get into a physical fight and that's it. Women will drag that shit out for months. Get away from me, motherfucker. Get away from me with your big ass. Headlights. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you, white truck. Fuck you, GMC. Fuck you, F-250 or whatever the fuck. I don't want to make like all my jokes about being schizophrenic though. I also don't want to be too political either. But I found the segue. I can talk about my mental illness if I talk about pride. Because I say it's pretty fucking sick to be celebrating your sexual preference or gender identity. Like, I just think that's fucking stupid. It's just stupid. don't want to like be like, oh no, I can't use swear words, or no, I can't talk about sex, or I can't talk about anything vulgar. I just feel like that's wrong. As a schizophrenic person, like, we swear all the damn time. Like, we do. Vulgarity is like a huge part of my life. I think that's a part of the reason why I work in a restaurant. That has to be, man. That has to be, because like the kind of shit that goes on in a restaurant. I mean, like, pretty much everybody that I work with, like, if any one of us has to go poop, we say, I gotta go poop. You know? That's what I'm talking about. It's just very open, and people let it all hang out. Way more so than, you know, clerical work or, you know, retail. I didn't even last a week at JCPenney. Like, the multiple grocery stores I've worked at, I've gotten in trouble for my mouth. I don't get in trouble with restaurants. Like, if I end up saying some racist shit, people confront me about it. And they talk to me about it. You know, it's not something that goes to HR. So that the person that gets upset with me, they don't have to address the issue. You know, I got no respect for people that they can't address an issue. Especially, like, if something really offends you, if something really bothers you, like, you should talk about it. You know? Oh shit, what's going on? What is going on? They both have their lights on and they both turn them off at the same time. What the fuck? But yeah, swearing, like, it is like a huge part of my vocabulary. I know, I probably sound really immature, or that, like, I'm not well read or whatever. But honestly, I'm not. I would be if I could stay motivated to read. I mean, I can read spiritual books though. But it really is like a skill. Like, you have to, like, get back into it. Like, I'm just gonna have to force myself to do it, you know. And what'll often happen, I'll read a paragraph, and one of two things will happen. I'll get really excited about what I just read, and then I have to talk to myself about it. Or I'll get bored with what I read, and I won't understand it, and it'll, like, race right through me. And I'll have to reread it. And sometimes I'll have to do that multiple times. And so, yeah, I don't know if that's my attention span, or it's my memory, or what. Probably all of it. But, dude, I don't like being around this 5-0, dude. There's... back there. He's back there. He just pulled somebody over back there. Oh, okay. This fucking annoys me, dude. All these cops now. That is the reason why all this crazy political shit has been happening. So, like, people on the left, there's another fucking police officer. Shit. Okay. So that's 3. That's 3 in 2 minutes. Maybe. I think it was 2 minutes. Maybe I'm exaggerating to make a point. But a lot of people do that. But yeah, like, all this political violence that you see, it's for the sole purpose of increasing the police activity. I promise you. That's what they're doing. That's what they're doing. Like, everything is part of a bigger picture show.